Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Ashton Genty. Has a hole left, room to run. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner, 100%.
And to do it on the ground to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to touch him down as they line up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now here's Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first. Now here he goes on the boot. Flushed out of the pocket. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. That throw behind his intended target. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack. Exactly what he just did.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Average team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. Shoots another one. Off to the races, middle of the field. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders get 6 more on their early advantage.
Feed the beast. 2nd time now we've called a touchdown for him. And now he's over 100 yards. No need to go anywhere else with the football, but put it in that guy's hands.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fields this one at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Lamar back to throw. Won't find much there as it reaches the 41. And that's my guy Tonka Hemingway there for the stop.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Raiders with an extra DB out there, 3rd down.
180. 180. Nice shot. Yo.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Play fake, Jackson. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
And if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But in that's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now.
You. Check.
They go play fake with Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's got it. It's in close. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it first and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it, throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Gibbs can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up second and goal.
Gibbs again. And he will not be denied a second time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. An extra point is up and through by Luke. The Lions cut the lead down to 4. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. They're going play action. Pass caught by Jack Besh. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is Gentine in second. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, Las Vegas.
They go play action on first down. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I should probably start a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drink.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 14-10 our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They have second down behind the sticks. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's completed right side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders now lead by 10.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. just on the other side of midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. That is good for a Detroit first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Got that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Return it.
On first down, Jackson escapes the pocket. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down, here's Lamar. And it's picked off. But, oh, yeah, pretty clear he was out of bounds. So no interception, incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
180. Sit hot. 180.
Throwing again is Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He's looking for his back. Jameer Gibbs there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Too hot. 180. What is shot?
Jackson now on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. And he gets about 9 on this one, and maybe a little momentum as well to consider going for it now on 4th down.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
What is shot? Too hot. What is shot?
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
I think we are so preconditioned when a QB sneak is called, we think it's going to be a first down, right? Well, I think they expected him to get it too. But now they got to adjust in a hurry and get their defense out there to make a stand of their own.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Got a man, it's Drake London. It almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Another one here to London. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd down, looking for options. It's a screen play to Genty. This is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They are throwing it again. Man downfield, and he finds Besh. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league for short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
From the red zone on 1st. Has it down close. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders make it a 3-possession game. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Return starts at the 3. Uh-oh, miscommunication. The ball is out. And the fumble recovery is made.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing the lane and doing their job. Darren was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Jackson throwing here. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for Detroit first down.
Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 47.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. It's his running back. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Hey, report! Report!
Third and long. They're going to throw. He's going deep this time. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it. Knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. Lamar throwing again. Left side, cut by Ridley. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
180! Tonight! 180!
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Escapes out to the left. Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Second down now, 7 to go. Lamar now from the gun. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. The Sand forces a now tougher third down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Third and long for him here. Got his man downfield. It's Lovett. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
First down throw for Jackson. Buying some time right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26.
180! 180! 180! Shot!
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions chop some of the lead on before the half. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. I think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that tall defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for it.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. Jukes away from one. Good work so far. He's got room. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10.
Let's go!
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And this one is launched downfield. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He were perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. Still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. And that was Tyreek Williams in on the play. Now the Lions calling timeouts. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third down, they need 7. They'll air it out on third. It's complete. This is Bowers. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. We'll gain 11 on that play. That's a Vegas first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's complete, right side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Taking a chance to the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it.
Well, they're in danger going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Now Jackson. Quick slant. Here's Laporta. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. He's got whistles. It's a timeout.
At the 29-yard line.
180! 180! Right shot! You!
He's back to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. The intended target was his running back. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. He rolls to his right. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Hits him on the outlet. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Headed out right. He's going to keep it this time. Now he's past the 25. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to 4.
Opened up, and he simply takes off. This is a reason that even the quarterbacks are timed in the 40-yard dash at the combine, because the elite, well, they can make a big chunk run just like that.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
The 13-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch made. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket, and when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. False start makes this 3rd down and 10.
13.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, here's Jackson. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Hey, listen, whether he's swatted that down or made the pick. Either way, this defense going to be celebrating one heck of a goal line stand. But I'll tell you this, that pick, what it does, Kate, it plants a little seed of doubt in that quarterback's mind the next time he's down there.
They go play action on first down. Fits it through the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So 20 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw in coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for third and very short.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Empty backfield now, running back motions out left. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. From the red zone on first. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
He gets this out quickly to London. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Drake London with the touchdown. Carlson good on the extra points. And the Raiders push their lead to 18.
Lions 17.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Johnson now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Play fake. Jackson. Flush down out to his left. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
He's tackled at the 30.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
This is Gibbs on second down. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Liking 18. Whip. Watch the whip. Reload, reload. Go.
Another one for Gibbs. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He takes it at the 4. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Copying back to throw. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Lions going to the dime look here on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there. Third and long for him here. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right, they want to go to their best receiver. The defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
That's taken at the 15. Return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready! Deputy Lion!
Drive begins with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
With the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Here's the backup. First throw. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Johnson on the coverage.
Pass to 60.
Willis now, third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their fourth sack of the game, Brock, brings up fourth down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish
60
it.
Bison. 60 Bison.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4.
Gain of 19 yards.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Get up. Cowboy 80. Go.
Throwing on first down. Willis. That's to Laporta again. And he's going to be hit and sent out after about a gain of 2 yards there.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second down now. They need 7.
Ready. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. Taking a shot deep here. And a little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. It sets up third down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
And he's going to go down right along midfield strike. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffed out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Ready, ready.
Working from the gun, it's Willis. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Now that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Come on. Come on. Set. 19.
Second and 10. Here's Willis. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here we go. Set.
Throw here, third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up fourth and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you. That defense for flying around and making the play.
Intended for
Poses.